Hi guys, White Witch 110 here, giving you a fireside look this evening for 3 haunted locations I'm going to tell you about in Ontario. The first one being Laura Secord School, named after Laura Ingersoll Secord, a woman who was instrumental in the War of 1812. The 2-story elementary school opened in 1914 and is located in Queenston, Ontario. The first principal was Hazel Corman. The school closed its doors in 2010, and now the School of Restoration Arts now resides in the building. A group of paranormal investigators using a spirit box had the name Bob come through. In their research, there were 2 principals by the name of Robert. That's the cats. But unfortunately, no last name was given through the spirit box. Speaking with staff and those who know the building, they would never go in at night. Some stories emerging are of a swing set whose swing has moved on its own, then come to a dead stop. There was no wind that day. Others speak of doors closing on their own. Yet another staff member told of a child in period clothing. A psychic claimed that there was only good spirits in the building, but it was rather quiet. During their interview with the psychic, a green substance appeared on her shoulder and chair. The next location I'm going to tell you about is the Fairfield Bootside home. Now I'm going to be telling you part of the investigation, but if you would like to read the entire investigation yourself, you can search the Fairfield Bootside house. Bootside is spelled Gutzeit, or check the Paranormal Seekers. Now, the house was built by William Jr. and Benjamin Fairfield in 1796. It left the family's hands for a while until it was bought by a Fairfield descendant. Mabel Fairfield and her husband, Dr. William Bootside, lived in the home till their deaths. Upon Mabel's death, the Parks Commission was willed the house. Reports of a man being seen, cupboards open after no one had been in the house, voices being heard. One account tells of 2 women on separate occasions hearing the voice of a young girl tell them, "Don't tell them I'm here." 2 investigators conducting an ovilus session, when asked if the young girl was with them, the word 15 came up on the screen. Hide was also heard. Next, a male voice said, "Oh my." They also had their K2 meter light up. A male voice came through again. "Storm" was said. Inside, they received words on the ovilus, glance, and once again 15 was heard. The REM pod lit up in response to their questions. One investigator inquired as to Mabel being present. "Yes," came the answer. Other words said by the ovilus were "wait" and "shit." When the dogs the family owned were mentioned, Petey came through, which was the name of Mabel's favorite dog. They received many answers through the ovilus to their questions. They had also seen a shadow man outside when they first began using the ovilus. And the last location is Brackenridge Holly Estate. And Holly is spelled Hawle. Now, it was built in 1796 in Niagara-on-the-Lake. In the 1800s, Major Charles Stanley made the first report of paranormal activity. He claimed to have seen a woman in a long gray dress who disappeared. In 1953, a couple by the name of Hawley bought the home. Unaware of the haunting, the two began to see the woman in gray on a regular basis. She was never harmful. They believed she was there to be sure things were all right. Although, if she did not approve of you, you would know. The Hawleys gave the spirit the name Elizabeth. Elizabeth has been reported to be in her 30s. A psychic to the home claims that she took care of her parents and she passed away in the 1800s. Elizabeth refuses to leave the home. Yet another psychic claims a Civil War soldier also claims the house as his and refuses to leave. This house is still a private home. I hope you enjoyed these 3 quick haunted locations in Ontario. I will be looking up a few more. I have the White Otter Castle, which I believe I have covered before, but it's worth covering again, I'm sure, and a few other ones. I made a list of the oldest buildings in Canada, and so far 2 of these have come up as haunted locations. I'm going to continue because I'm sure with the dates dating back to the 1782, and then let's see, wow, there's 158, and then the oldest one being 1829. So I'm sure that there's got to be more haunted locations in all of these places with these dates. But I'll check them out and then I'll let you know. Now, I was talking to you about people trying to think about ways of doing the giveaways or the contests, and how they didn't want to say that you have to subscribe, because they have people who subscribe and then just as quickly, once the giveaway's over, they unsubscribe. So my idea was, you don't let people know. In other words, you would, 2 ways that I thought today. One would be to pick one of your videos that you're going to upload, like this one that I have. Decide, okay, this is going to be it. What I would do is check the comments, write down the people who've commented, write down their names, put it in a box, have a draw, and then contact them through the comments by replying, saying that they had won, and to send their address. Another way that you could do it would be wherever you are that you're doing your video, taping your video. For me, usually it would be on my craft table. And what I would do is I would clear it off and then put what I want the giveaway to be somewhere on the table. And if people pick out and mention it in the comments, then I would take those names, put them in a box, and draw. So in other words, I've got a clear table. Let's say I'll put a book. If someone mentions in the comments, oh, what's that book? Or if they see the title and mention the title, then I would enter them in the contest. or if it was something that I made that I'd like to give away, then they can mention the paint pour or whatever it is that I've made that's sitting there on the table. Just two different ways where you don't have to go and give people a list of things they have to do, or they, you have to be subscribed, you have to do this, you have to do that. This is an easy way that you don't have to worry about having people that aren't subscribed. I don't think it really matters. Either way, you're getting watch hours, right? So if they take the time to come in, give them the chance to win in your giveaway. But you don't have to advertise it. So that's two ways I thought of. So, as always, thank you to my YouTube family for coming by to hear the haunted locations. I will be having more. If you're new to my channel and just passing through, please check out my other videos. Find anything that you like. Give it a thumbs up. Drop me a comment. Share it out. That's always greatly appreciated. While you're here, consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, remember to click that notification bell. It is supposed to be minus 31 Fahrenheit here this evening and tomorrow. So it's chilly. And luckily, I believe it's only supposed to be the day. And then we go back to normal cold. So, from a very chilly Ottawa, as always, ciao for now.